Ah, okay, Jim Strauss joined, and Evilvo I think is going to join as well.
Is that the last one? Oh wow.
We should be waiting on Evilvo, which might make it 19. Hopefully a full grid, but I don't think it will happen. I've got a feeling I'm streaming on... No, okay. I'll quickly send Evilvo one. FRL Evilvo. And then we should be almost sorted. Just check if we're live. I think we are.
I seen the notification pop up, I think.
Okay. I think we are. Hello and welcome to FRL Japan, for this is round 18 of F4 Season 1. And I am joined with Mr. Jack Stegel himself. How are you doing, Jack?
Alright, mate. How about you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. And hopefully we'll be having the full, well, not sadly the full drivers. We're just waiting on Evolvo, so I'm just going to have to restart the timer. But it will be interesting to see who comes out on top around Japan. Japan's a very tough track. At the moment it is VIP GTA Gamer who's leading the championship by 32 points. So it will be interesting to see if Demoniac can maybe close it down, the gap. It's going to be unlikely because we know how strong VIP is, and he showed it by doing a very good race. Everyone can now ready up, so I'll just quickly put a message in the F4 chat, and we should be able to get going.
Can I open up my VK now?
yeah, go straight ahead. Just so I'm
Don't
ready
spell,
up.
you piece of shit. I spelled it.
Not the greatest start, but I think me and Jack have commentated before, and Jack is meant to commentate for F1 or F2, so it's nice to have him on a Monday. And I think Parrot is doing F3, so hopefully this stream will be a little bit better quality, you'd hope, with two commentators. And with 19 drivers, F3, I'd imagine we'll have 20 drivers, but nice to see. Almost full grid for F4, and I'm sure a full grid for F3. The only spot we're missing is, of course, the Alfa Romeo, where Bar is no longer a full-time driver at Alfa Romeo, as he's got a full-time or a part-time job on a Monday. But I think F3... No, that's just... I'm not sure whether F3 has gone live, but yeah. It's going to be an interesting track, of course, Jack, with the deadly curbs in the first sector. So, do you think we're going to see a lot of spins and crashes?
What was that? I was cleaning my phone.
Do you think we'll be seeing a lot of spins and crashes around not Sanville, Japan, given obviously how we know the track is very deadly if you get it wrong?
Yeah. It is a pretty tricky track, especially through the S's. And on the hairpin. Hopefully clean racing from the F4 guys. But yeah, it should be a good race to commentate on.
Yeah, we obviously hope so. And Japan is quite notorious for when it does rain, it absolutely pours. With sometimes, I think a storm hit Japan. I'm not sure which year, but luckily for the drivers, it isn't raining in qualifying, so they'll be able to set their fastest laps, and that means all that time trial practice they've been sweating for is hopefully going to come good. But hooking a good lap around here is quite difficult, as we said, with the curves being so deadly. Obviously, the first sector, the S section, it's very easy to just hit that curb, and it can catch your car a little bit off guard as energy's retired. I think that's for a qualifying ban, so that's good to see. 12 viewers, so a lot of people tuning in to one car out on track, and I believe that's for Pippo, who's always the first car out on track. But obviously, Jack, you don't usually commentate for F4, but do you know any familiar names in this grid or on this grid?
Yep, a couple. Stephen, obviously, me and him racing in F2 last season. Zook, who I chat with regularly. Arise, and Cryptic or James or Jamie. We tease Jamie a lot by calling him James. And the most controversial first one for me and Lewis. We've had arguments over the past year, but we've gotten better, and yep, we're pretty good.
Yeah, that's good to hear. And got a lot of interesting comments. Got a few people cheering on Andy. Steven says it's a dry race, which is a little bit, I guess, doesn't make it as exciting as loading into the screen and seeing it dry. But oh well, it's gonna be hopefully setting up for some decent overtakes. Got as well Arise.
Why is
I'm a big
Andy
man.
on Inters?
Why is Andy on Inters? I'll have to check. What tyres did he chosen? Inters.
He's on the Inters.
Maybe I have no idea. Maybe he's testing a dry setup on Inters, or just making sure his controller's working. You never know. It could be that's the case. But we'll go on board with Pippo on a full push lap, and Pippo's now going to come into turn 1 and 2. A
Durko
double.
has spun just after the RV.
RVD. Oh, Pippo's off. Oh, and Pippo's out. And that's already a retirement for Pippo. And that's the Williams man. And look at that car. It's absolutely wrecked. The Williams went through turn 3, got all kinds of out of shape by touching that curb, and slams into the barrier. And that's the first retirement in terms of into the barrier. The curb's already claimed their first victim. And I am going to go on board with Evolvo, because why not? He's not usually the fastest man in qualifying. I don't think he'll mind me saying that. I'm sure he's an improving driver, but Evolvo in the AlphaTauri number 32, he's going to be coming through. See if he can come through sector 1 unscathed. But anyone on push laps, Jack?
I'm just trying to see. I think one of the Ferraris is going to be the first to set a lap. That is
Demonia, yeah.
Yeah, fuck.
We'll get there eventually, whether it's like 32 laps in. I think it's 27 laps for Japan, so...
Yeah, but anyway, coming through the chicane, through the final corner, up to the line, I was on the end. Anyway, Stephen is on an outlap.
They might be doing slipstream Ferrari, you never know. I mean, it's somewhat powerful into 130R, but they're not super close given the F1 game.
I think one of the Red Bulls or Williams is going to be the first, and that is Jamie. Up to the line, what's it going to be? A 131.8. Not bad from him.
Yeah, Kurtic sets the pace. I think Evolvo on the mediums, he's going to come through, going on board with him. It's been a fairly solid lap, taking a really wide line up to the line, which is a bit confusing. Probably lost a few tenths, but Evolvo nonetheless goes third, 7 tenths off Cryptic. We know Cryptic's not one of the fastest guys in F4, so we'll have to see whether that time tumbles. I'm sure it will. I imagine we might be in the mid to low 30s. It's just a prediction, putting it out there. Probably Arise will be one of those who is going to be pushing the pace, and he's going to come across the line. It's already going to be a provisional pole, and Resolute Rally takes it straight off him. And I think we're going to be in the 29s here, actually, given we're already on a 30.2.
Yeah, that's really good from Resolute Rally. He's not a driver you would expect.
Ooh.
Well, for me personally, I wouldn't expect him to be that good, but oh well, he's done really well there. Evil Zook going in third on pair mediums.
Yeah,
I'm thinking these medium guys could maybe shave a tenth, or not a tenth. What am I saying? A second and a couple tenths off their times.
Yeah, I was just made a few noise as Arise is validated. Illicit Brownie looks like he crashed out at exactly the same point as Pippo, so that's going to be disappointing for the McLaren. I think Arise is invalidated, so we'll go on board with the Ammoniac. It looks like he's pushing quite hard. No, his ERS is not going down, so he's not pushing. As for Steven, he's on low fuel and he isn't pushing either, so both Ferraris setting actually quite solid lap times. They're quite close, so you would have thought it'd be realistic performance how close they are. But Evil Zook as well, he's stuck it in 5th place. He could have won in Singapore. It's one of the saddest things last race in terms of league racing when a driver hasn't got their first win in a particular league, which Zook hasn't, but he's improving by 3/10, and he sadly, he was leading with I think 3 laps left, and VIP GTA Game, the championship leader, just stole him off Evil Zook. But Evil Zook improving by 3/10 up to the line. He likes Japan quite a bit, and I think he's going to go second. It's going to be a decent lap, and it is a decent lap from Evil Zook. 6/10 off on the mediums, and oh, VIP, that is blistering.
That's quite worrying.
Very.
I know you said he was leading the championship, but I never knew he was this quick. That's on apparent mediums as well. Like, that's...
Oh, it is gonna be interesting to see if that lap time's gonna be beaten. I'd love to see what he can do on a pair of softs. Could he maybe get into the 28s? That'd be rude to say the least. But at the moment, VIP on a pair of mediums, no less. He's got 1.1 seconds of a gap to Evil Zook. Evil Zook was probably pretty proud of that lap and thinking maybe he could go for provisional pole, but then VIP absolutely ruined it. But we've already got 3 retirements. RVDK, or make that 4. Humanoids crashed. Is that 130R or underneath the tunnel? Gonna have to go on board with a Mercedes to see if it is under the tunnel, and
it's Monk and J.
It is under the tunnel. Yeah, so I think he got caught on Degner too, and just lost the curve. Car, sorry.
Maybe got a bit wide, clipped the grass perhaps, but yeah, really unlucky.
Yeah, that's a shame for him. I think the only driver who's pushing is RVDKO. He's going to be coming across the line. It's not looking a shocking lap time. He goes above Mockingjay, and he's already above Lewis, and he's 6/10 off O'Steven. I know Steven's usually a decent benchmark for any new F4 driver. In terms of anyone else who's pushing, Andy's invalidated.
I was going to say Andy, but he's invalidated, and it looks like he's an AI as well.
Yeah, so at the moment, no laps currently are on a flyer, but my, VIP GTA gamer, I know obviously, Jack, you're not too familiar with F4 this season in terms of commentating over it, but VIP, he's clearly got the confidence from his last win where he did, I think it was the last to first.
Okay. I mean, just wow. He needs to be moved up at the end of this season.
For sure. I mean, even if he doesn't win the championship and completely bottles it, like both of us do in our normal league races, I think being that far ahead is just going to be scary to the likes of Evil. For Resolute Rally, I mean, he's just in a pickle at this point because he's on soft and he's got medium runners who are not, well, if you take out VIP, Resolute Rally's in an alright position, but VIP's really just put everyone off. As Mockingjay's gone off, he's just too trigger happy on the throttle, and I think Alpine goes past him. Cryptic, I believe, has just started on his lap, so we'll go on board with Cryptic, or Jamie, I think his real name is, if that's right. I think he's on pad, yeah, he's on pad, so these S's on pad, they're notoriously quite difficult compared to the wheel. The wheel, obviously, you get a quicker change of direction, so...
Oh, Lewis is in the barrier.
As speaking of wheel users, you'd think drivers like Lewis who are on wheel would have an advantage, but, you know, it is a quality out, I guess, over the device. Cryptic, or Jamie, whoever you want to call him, he's up by 1.5 tenths, so this is going to be not improving him position-wise, but it's definitely going to be consolidating a P7, especially moving away from RVDKO. Cryptic round a hairpin. It's looking a solid lap on softs as well, compared to a pair of mediums. So interesting to see if at all he's going to jump up any positions. But Jack, have you got your eye on anyone?
Let's see. No, not really. Vavos just started his lap. Spiel is just coming across the final corner now. So,
not bad.
8th.
I mean,
he's 4 tenths up in the second sector, so I reckon this could put him ahead of Steven.
Could be ahead of a few if he really aces this last sector, and he does. I thought that, and 4/10 he gains in the last sector. Not too bad at all from Cryptic, but as you said, Sep goes ninth, and you can see with VIP there, the field spread is absolutely massive.
Resolute is going backwards.
Oh, Arise is on pole, and that's on a pair of softs, even though it isn't on a pair of mediums. What a luck from Arise. Arise there just caught the end of it as Resolute Rally's disqualified.
He was trying to get back on track. That's really unfortunate.
Yeah, I just caught the end of that. I think Arise was 1.1 seconds up and he managed to carry it through his last sector. Evil Zook, welcome to third position. He's improving by 4/10, and the Alpha Merman, if he can keep this up and improve by 1.2 and 4/10 every sector, he could be knocking on a door for even provisional pole. So see what Evil Zook can do. The Brit from Walsall rise over the curve quite nicely and coming to 130R. We're going to see a second sector split. It's going to be 6/10 up. So sadly, not as much as he would have liked. He's got to gain an absolutely massive amount into this last sector. Make sure he doesn't invalidate. But qualifying on the mediums isn't the worst thing in the world. Evil Zoo up to the line. Is it going to be any better? It is by time, but not by position. So do you think that was worth it, Jack, in terms of qualifying on those softs, where maybe qualifying on the mediums might have given him the advantage in the race?
Yeah, this could give him a good advantage if he stays in third, but I'm not sure. Look, I reckon he will stay in third. This could give him a good chance in the race. Get him as Lewis is spun again.
I think Lewis is out.
Yeah, always out.
He's in P11 though, so a fresh set of tyres, and he's only got 2 jobs to actually push him out of P11. So that just shows with Japan, I think we're going to be having less than 5 finishers. Could well be the case around this track. So it could be, I guess, last man standing type thing. But Jim Strav and Kevin Case, I think Kevin Case might have a qualifying ban as Mockingjay gets absolutely all kinds of out of shape, and he is going to pit. Who else is on that? Oh, Steven's not on the flyer. Andy is invalidated once again. And it's another period of calm on the track. So, it's the final laps. And, Jack, it'd be interesting to know, if you have VIP GTA game, do you go for glory and stick on a pair of softs and absolutely run away from the field and snatch pole? Or do you just, I guess, maybe do the more intelligent thing and just, stay there on a pair of mediums and take P2?
Of course, I would maybe go out trying to say, prove a point, like, oh yeah, I'm quick, kind of thing. Just like
rub it in, yeah.
Yeah, kind of rub it in. But no, like, just prove that I'm not going out with a ban in this championship. I won this. I'm gonna prove that I deserve this championship. Kind of thing. As I said, Zook had a purple sector. I'm not sure how quick he went, but purple sector.
Is that Evil Zook? I didn't even realise he was pushing, so that's my bad. But it was interesting just looking at the comments. VIP said he was never going to be able to do a lap like that, so I guess he's not going to go out again because it sounds like he can't better it. But Evil Zook, as you pointed out, he's half 10th up. He takes a little bit of I think the car understeered a little bit there for the Alpha. But Evil Zook into the last sector. What's he going to be? He's up by almost 2/10 here. So if he can keep it up, it's going to be tough because he did improve in the last sector. I don't think Evil Zook's going to improve, but he's definitely going to give it a shot. And he takes the last sector quite nice. And Evil Zook up to the line. Is he going to improve? I think he is, but by how much? And it is by a lot. But once again, it's not by enough. But Jack, I mean, Zook is ahead of Cryptic by a whole second. So the top 3 are clearly just a league of their own.
Yeah, but the thing is, Zook's going to have a disadvantage for the race, of course, having a scrubbed set of tyres. So this might come at a disadvantage compared to maybe a Rise or GTA gamer.
Yeah, just saw that there as well. Cryptic's up by 3/10, so maybe some of these drivers are seeing the times improve, and the bar being set so high, they're now being almost forced to get a little bit faster. Cryptic up by 3/10, seeing what he can do into Spoon, where notoriously, obviously, Sebastian Vettel went for a ambitious move and got spun round, but Cryptic gets a bit of a better run compared to Zook into the third sector. We'll see what his split is. Maybe he's got some straight line speed to carry him to that finish. He's actually lost a bit of time, so he's only 2.5 tenths up. But it'd be nice for him to be under a second off his teammate on a pair of softs. Taking the Casio Triangle a little bit nervously. Cryptic up to the line. What's he going to be? He doesn't improve. So that's a kick in the teeth for him, because now Demoniac's on a lap, on a pair of softs no less. So Demoniac could be knocking on a door of the likes of Evilzook and Cryptic. He's up by only 1.5 tenths, but not massive improvements as we may have thought, as Arise might be on a lap. He is.
He is. As you were saying, GTA Gamer may not come out again. He has came out on the pair of softs.
So he is going to gun for glory. It's like, I mean, it makes it for an interesting, well, a massive flex if he can improve by any more and steal pole. But Rise, is he going to improve? He's going to have to set the barrier quite high, and wow, that's a little bit unexpected, and it might put a little bit of a scare into VIP, because if VIP only improves by 1.5 tenths, he'll not only go down to a softer tyre, but he'll also still stay in second.
Oh, he's only just made it as well, right at the line. GTA Gamer, he was going really slow for.
Can Demoniac make it? He can't. Oh, and that's such a shame. He invalidated. Cryptic's not on a push lap, but VIP is.
RDV crashed at the same place. Brownie and.
Arise is out. My God, what a crash! 2 tyres off.
I was trying to see who else was it that crashed there. Pippo.
Arise. Pippo crashed in the first sector though. Yeah, it was Pippo.
Yeah.
VIP's up though.
So did who is it? RVD. He crashed there as well.
Quite a few people struggling with that curve. VIP comes into the hairpin and he's up by 1/10. Can he improve by anything more? It'd be a little bit of a bossle if he only improved by a smaller margin. But if he improved by a smaller margin, I think he'd abandon a lap. Still got the likes of Andy O'Steven who are behind him.
He's gone a bit wide. He's got lucky. He's been lucky not to invalid.
It's not looking the best of laps. Many, I think, is or one of the Mercedes is having a moment at the hairpin. But VIP, is he going to be improving? I can't see that. I think it's marginal. No, it's only 2 tenths.
Improved by 2 tenths.
I think he's going to improve by 4 tenths here. But is he going to abandon a lap, or is he going to keep on going and go all the way up to the line? We'll have to see. I'm looking at the throttle trace. I think he's going to try and improve. And he does improve, but only just 29.4. And all of a sudden, Arise and VIP, they're very close.
Yeah, Steven up to line. What's it going to be? It's 4th for Steven. What a lap. Wow.
Behind his championship rival of Evil Zooks, those two are at the moment separated by 4 points. So both of them are really generally been struggling this championship to keep up with some of the faster guys. But once again, they're pretty much inseparable. And it is VIP GTA Gamer taking pole by only 1/10 from Arise. Something we didn't think we'd be saying. I thought it'd be a much larger margin. Arise in second, of course. Evil Zook in third. 4th is Zo's team. Sepstrel is not from, I think that's Ecuador. He's not from Ecuador. He is from the Netherlands. Cryptic is in 6th. Demoniac is in 7th. Andy's in 8th. Mockingjay 9th. And RVDKO is 10th. And outside the top 10 is Lewis, Evilvo, Illicit Brownie, Humanoid, Jimstrav, Kevin Kaser, Pippo, Energy, and Resolute Rally. And I'm going to see what that time by VIP would have put him in F3. I imagine pretty high. And it would have put him P8. So maybe not as high as some would have thought, but yeah. Jack, you were saying?
But yeah, how many tiers are there going to be next season?
I think it's going to be 4. I don't imagine that there's going to be any more. I can't imagine any more. But 4's the magic number. Yeah.
I'm thinking I should be a F3 driver.
Well, well, Jack. I mean,
We'll
feel
see.
welcome to. But there's a lot of reserves at the moment. You know how
Yeah.
difficult it is. But saying that, I mean, the reserves moan about F3, but there's 17 drivers for F3, which is pretty low considering anyone who knows F3, they usually max out grids for pretty much most races. But
I'm just
yeah.
seeing, right? I'm just seeing the cars and they're bouncing about.
Yeah, the Alpine there for me was vibrating a little bit. Lewis will say he's gonna crash, so maybe that's Lewis bouncing around in a cockpit. He's usually quite good at starts, to be fair. A lot of the drivers do kind of have characteristics at the start. I know VIP has absolutely brilliant starts. Arise, I'm not really sure. Evil Zoot doesn't have the best starts, that's for sure. I know Steven usually gets caught up in an incident in turn 1 or in the first sector, or even first lap at least. But Sepp Spelt there, I'm not sure whether we caught that, but he's P5, the man who won the inaugural, I think, pre-season race in F4, in FRL obviously. But looking at the tyres, Jack, people like drivers like Lewis, Evolvo, and Humanoid, Energy, and Resolute Rally, would you be a little bit surprised they're on a pair of softs?
No. I think they're expecting some carnage at the start, maybe some incidents where they can just gain a lot of positions, and if they're close to the top 10, they want to be pushing to gain as much positions as they can.
Yeah, I think a lot of the drivers maybe are playing it safe. Lewis is backing them all up once again. I think we saw this last race. He needs to get a move on. He doesn't need to do a Mr. Lewis Hamilton or Max and just make sure everyone in front has colder tyres. Lewis going very slowly with a massive gap, but maybe I think it's an easy soft medium. I was a little bit surprised not more people went on mediums. So the likes of Illicit Brownie and Demoniac on a pair of mediums. Maybe it was a good thing he invalidated in seventh because now he has the benefit if there's an early safety car, he takes the lead. Whether that's a good thing or bad thing, as some drivers might pit for hards to the end, it will have to be seen. But Lewis, in backing them all up, all the front 10 guys are all going to have cold tyres, aren't they?
Yeah. I don't know what to say really. That's a bit of a tactical play, but it's a bit unfair as well for the front drivers.
Um, I was just looking at the guys in behind. They're all over each other as Cryptic. You think it's someone outside the top 10 with how much Lewis is backing them out. It's Cryptic. He always loves touching other cars, whether it's formation lap, safety car, whatever. So he's got to make sure he keeps it clean outside. You don't want to be touching many drivers in the first sector, as that can easily unsettle your car. And we all know unsettling the car can obviously just straight away cause a very bad accident into turn 1, but as is now the case with commentary, there shouldn't be at least, a lights glitch, so we'll wait for the green flag to be properly waved. As the stewards, I don't think got the memo, but everyone's going to be readying up. And it is 4 red lights, 5 red lights before the Japanese Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go, and I think Arise has got the better start. VIP GT game, he covers them off nicely, and VIP's already ahead down into turn 1. Evil Zook is almost 3 wide with a Mercedes, and Mercedes barges past the Alfa Romeo. Now the Alfa Romeo has already slipped to 5th from 3rd. Evil Zook really struggling, and now Cryptic and Demoniac are clipping at the heels. There's no DNFs just yet, keeping it fairly clean. Demoniac's made up a position, and no Stevens dropped a position, but any incidents just yet? Oh, and Sepp spelt. Sepp has spun as well, and that's a VSC already. And RVDKO has crashed as well. And just as I say, no incidents, there's a safety car now as well. So a lot of drivers been caught out. Yeah.
RVD is out.
And we'll have to look at the position gains already. And I believe... Oh, Stephen, yeah, he was the main net gainer, I guess, overall. In terms of the top 5.
Lewis up to 6th from 11th. That's a really good start from him.
Humanoid and Kevin Case. Pretty happy with Humanoid. RC close to me. Energy as well. He's in 12. He's made up 6 positions. Resolute Rally made up 5. But look at that. Sep. He's got no front wing and he's lost 11 positions. And Cryptic, he's lost 12. Does he have a front wing? The answer is yes, he does have a front wing. So that's going to help him. Hippo
Pippo
doesn't.
in front of him.
You can tell. Yeah. Oh, it's the brownies off. A lot of drivers have clearly just been a little bit too aggressive, which is usually the case around Japan because it is tough to make up positions, isn't it? So I guess drivers are a little bit over aggressive. But is anyone going to pit? No, apart from the guys who have front wing changes, I guess.
But yeah, really good start from Stephen. He's up to 3rd as well from 4th.
Yeah, as Mockingjay speeds, he just doesn't need to go out faster for pit, so that's going to be kicking teeth. But like you said, Stephen up to 3rd. If he can hold up his Ferrari teammate and Evil Zoo, because we know Lewis, I don't think is going to contend a podium, let alone a top 5. So I imagine Stephen, he's going to have his work cut out to get a podium. But I'm not sure whether you watched the F4 race in Imola. But into turn 1, just like that one with Lewis and Max, we did see Arise and VRPGT Gamer come together, and Arise, I think, got spun off into the gravel. So, Arise and VRP, they could come to blows once again, and that would open the door to an Stephen possible victory. So, if you're Stephen, Jack, is it just a case of sitting in behind the top 2 and wait for something to happen, or would you try and go on the attack, even though maybe you have a lot less pace?
Just kind of stay behind. You don't really want to be risking points by making risky moves. The position that Stephen's in, if he stays there and he's fairly consistent, he could get a podium, or get really good points overall. But yeah, it'll be really, really good for him if the top 2 crash. But they just have to be really clean, and yeah.
Yeah, just seeing F3, sadly, the stream's got a bit of an issue. But
F3 might be having technical difficulties again.
Mr. Parrot at the helm. Maybe his Wi-Fi isn't the best. I'm not too sure. But it's nice for a change for me actually to have nice Wi-Fi. I think it was Singapore or the race before. I've had like 1 or 2 where my Wi-Fi has seemingly not been the best. But I imagine yours is good enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
Solid. Just have to be sure. But Sepspelt's joined on the back of the pack, so we should be getting going. As is that energy on hards? Is that what you're saying? O2?
No, I was saying because Mockingjay's retired.
Where was that? Was that on track or off track?
That must have been on track.
It could have been in the pits if we.
Energy spun.
No. I think he's pitted from. No, he pitted from hards to mediums. I don't know why you do 2 pit stops. That's a bit confusing. You might as well just do 1, but maybe he realised his mistake. But VRP saying now world start. He's at the moment. He's in the lead. He got a brilliant start. So if he can do the same for a safety car restart, that'd be great. It looks like it's really easy sailing, doesn't it, for VRP? He clearly has the pace. Whether he can bring the car home just with that pace is yet to be seen. We sometimes see him have incidents, but when he has been on pole or been towards the front, he usually does convert it to a nice win. But as well, I mean, don't underestimate Rise in second. He's definitely got the potential, but I just realised we've forgotten our race predictions. But should we still do them on lap 3?
Traditions
Indeed, especially in F4. I always forget.
Well, I can actually do this because I have alcohol in my hand. Anyway,
we can. I'll go with, in terms of the top 3. If I do the ball boy predictions, I'll go with.
No, I want to do the ball boy.
You can do the ball boy predictions. I'll go with VIP out on top, which is probably going to happen anyway. Second, do you know what? I think Demoniac could get second. So the top two in the championship finished top two in the race, and I've got a feeling third will be Energy, who won on his debut, so he is quite fast. So you can do the ball by predictions, and you got to be pretty quick and save costing this lap as well.
Right, Lewis is gonna win. Okay.
That's pretty out
Lewis
there,
will
yeah.
win. Jim Strav will be second.
And third.
And third will be Pippo.
Okay. I mean, apart from the Lewis bit, it could be possible, but we'll go on board with VIP as he's going to get them off. How late is he going to go? And he's gone. And he's actually not got the best of starts as a rise. He's only 3/10 away from VIP, but he's not close enough. As Demoniac is on the back of Evil Zoo, he's going to think about going down the inside, but he's going to think better of it. That'd be absolutely suicidal to stick your nose up the inside of another car into turn one when you're not fully alongside. As Resolute Rally's getting close to Kevin Caser, so both Aston Martins a little bit lackluster, pardon me, in the midfield, as Humanoid actually probably outperforming where he normally is quite nicely. But Demoniac is once again on the back of Evil Zook, so it looks like it's going to become a Ferrari Alfa Romeo sandwich.
Yeah, I can agree to that. As someone spun in the background, I think that's Resolute Rally.
It's not out though.
It's not out though, luckily. But yeah, things that are getting me through this race. A, alcohol. B, and B, alcohol. And
people spinning is getting me through this race. It spices it out.
And Evil is spun, yeah. And 3 being in comms with Bunty.
Oh, thank you. I've just realised Humanoid's holding up a massive train. He's not the fastest, and he's been overtaken by Cryptic. Has he got damage? He's a boat on the straight, and he's a boat in the corner. He's getting pushed around by Kevin Caser. Hopefully he doesn't get damaged. It'd be absolutely ambolic. Oh no! He's gone off. He's gone straight on. And now he's dropping down the positions. He's dropping like a stone and through water. Pippo's going to get him as well. He's getting absolutely robbed here. Pippo's not going to give him any space. And why is it Humanoid pitting? Poor Humanoid.
Poor Humanoid. He's just went from, what was it, 8th to 17th in one sector pretty much.
Oh, he might have had wing damage. Okay, that's understandable.
Okay, then, yeah. I didn't see any damage though.
He held up an absolute train, and if you're wondering where that train is, it's now Cryptic. He's 2 seconds off Andy. But, you know, Lewis, keep it up. P6, every lap that he stays there is a lap where it's going to become really, really likely, because if Lewis can find some consistency and not get a penalty, this track is tough to get penalties as well for Lewis's benefit. You know what? He might have a good chance of getting some. So, okay, take that back. And Lewis has got wing damage. Okay, I spoke way too soon.
I was tempted just to say Spinella for a joke.
You didn't need to. Lewis hardly ruined it for himself.
Oh, Andy, down the inside of in the spoon curve. Nice move.
Does Demoniac have damage? Maybe he has diffuser damage. Andy just went spearing into his behind, but Cryptic is, as you said, going to get past. Also, Cryptic is now going to get past Lewis. Lewis is going to understeer. Oh my goodness, they were close.
He's done it, Fernando. He's done it, Fernando.
Lewis again.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ!
Oh, Lewis is being. He's got to pit.
Sorry for my language. Sorry for my language.
It is fine, but Lewis there, he's a little bit out and he speeds just for good measure, and that's his race in a bin, I hate to say it. He didn't need to do that, but you know, that's Lewis in a nutshell. Getting
remember
damage
when
at the
I
hairpin.
said Lewis? Remember when I said Lewis? I meant Andy, for win.
Do you know what, we'll take it, because as good as Andy is, I don't think he's going to get the win. I'm not sure if he's got a podium this season.
Right? Jim Strav and Peppo have made positions.
Not enough to get close to a podium, but still made positions.
Them for second and third.
There's a battle for P8 downwards. It's a McLaren sandwich this time rather than a Ferrari sandwich.
God.
And I think Jim Strav, your prediction, he's getting close to coming. Oh my goodness, Resolute Rally. Oh, it's absolutely kicking off at the back here. It's from Energy onwards. Resolute Rally round the outside of or Sepspelt. It's going to get the inside for Spoon. Risky move, brilliant move from Resolute. He goes a bit wide though. Sepspelt is going to have to concede the position, whether that was fair or not. Sepspelt will have to report it to the studios, but either way, Pippo is ahead of Energy, who we're on board with. Say that again. Pippo's now ahead of Sep, so Pippo making up a move for P12. Resolute's running out of VRS, well, he's got 2%, so it looks like maybe Pippo can get an overtake on Resolute for P11. But I've just seen there's a battle for the lead. And talking of a battle, there's also a battle for P4 as the Ammoniac gets past. So quite a few overtakes for a circuit where you wouldn't expect it.
As Pippo and Resolute rallied out.
Oh no!
Oh, there was no contact there. Resolute just lost it on his own there, I think.
He got damaged though, so
I think he got
maybe
damaged
there
from the wall,
was.
no?
Oh, I didn't really see. The camera angle wasn't the best, but Energy is now going to overtake Sep, who's getting held up massively.
Cryptic is getting held up by Andy.
Loads of people getting held up. I was going to say Arise, the battle for the leads. We'll go on board with it, prioritising, as many would criticise, the race leaders.
Andy! And Cryptic fighting Andy.
Oh, Humanoid's out.
Humanoid.
That's the safety car if I've ever seen one, and it is. So, are people going to be ballsy enough to go to the mediums, or is it going to be hard? Jack, what would you do?
Mediums.
It's risky though. I'm not sure if they can make it to the end, so it's kind of that guess where you expect there to be another safety car, and you go from mediums to softs. So, we'll see what the race leaders do. Do you know what? There's a chance they might even stay out, knowing some of them. Their strategies aren't always the cleverest, but then again, F4 safety cars aren't the cleverest, so... I think they're all coming in, yeah.
I would say... people who have been held up the most were people behind Lewis in the the formation lap. I'd say they aren't getting as held up as that.
Yeah, I mean Lewis, he wasn't really holding up here. We just had a one lap absolute carnage where he took out all his anger in behind cars. But 15 viewers.
No, on remember on the formation lap. He was just
formation lap,
up.
yeah. Maybe a bit of karma there, but 15 viewers watching under the safety car. We seem to get the most viewers when it's the most boring moments during our races. But that's nice to see. Almost as many as Austria, where I think we got almost 20 for an F4 race, no less.
Pippo's in third.
Yeah. Well, and where's Jim Strav? He's sadly down to 13th, but he's gone for softs. Why has he gone for softs? That is an interesting call, and he's gone hard as well. So maybe you have a decent chance of getting all your drives on a podium, but I still think you'd back VRPG game to be the favourite. Energy! Wow! Look how much Pippo has used. Pippo's already made a pit stop, and so is Energy. So if the likes of VRP have to pit again, so do Energy and Pippo. So Pippo and Energy, they're not in a bad position at all.
Yeah.
They've already made a pit stop as well, and I imagine that's from soft to medium. They're in a very good position.
Yeah, they are. But yeah, not only Jim Strav on softs, Elicit Brownie as well.
Oh, Elicit Brownie. Yeah, Elicit Brownie, I think he probably wants to go on OSOS so he doesn't spin, as is usually the case. I think he's on... Is he on pad again? I think he's on pad for this race. He was on wheel for, I believe it was Russia. Not sure about Singapore. But, do you know what? I'll say the constructors' standings while we're under safety car, as it's actually somewhat close. And so as the constructors' standings, it is Williams out on top with 370 points, as you would expect with VIP as Cryptic and Elicit Brownie touch. But second is Ferrari with 310 points. Third is Red Bull with 207, and then a little bit of a way behind is Alfa Romeo in fourth with 185. And then just 10 points behind that is Haas with 175. Alpine a little bit of a way behind in 6th with 139. Mercedes in 7th with 116. McLaren in 8th with 89. And AlphaTauri in 9th, only 15 points ahead of Aston Martin with 63, who bring up the wooden spoon of the constructors. And it doesn't look like they're going to get any more, do they? Sadly, 16th and 17th for Aston Martin. But interesting strategy, isn't it, Jack, for the likes of Demo and Kevin Kaiser, completely banking on a late safety car to go to softs.
Yeah. Who did you say?
Oh, VIP. Who else did I say? I think it was VIP, maybe. I completely can't. I think I put Energy in 3rd, and in 2nd place, I put It's completely gone beyond me. Maybe Jim Straff, maybe? I don't know. Anyway.
I think some of these drivers are hoping for a late safety car. I think the people on hards are hoping for there not being a safety car, like Steven and Andy and Spiel.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
They're expecting for no safety car, but if they do get a safety car, that'll help him as well, I guess. Because
I think we should bring a bit of enthusiasm to this commentary, and just as we say that, it's a safety car in this lap, and don't go anywhere. As a famous meme said, you should stick around. You shouldn't go and do any revision, well, you probably should, but if you want to stick around, we got D Mono is going to be leading us off on a safety car race. So we've got drivers on softs, drivers on hards. It's going to be loads of overtakes, loads of crashes probably to come. Hopefully we don't have another safety car. Demonic's already off. So, who's close to making moves? It looks like Arise isn't too far off VIP, but VIP is going to think about going down the inside of Energy. Is he? No, he isn't. It would be absolutely too risky for the championship leader. And behind him, Arise, who isn't too far off either in the championship. Andy is in 9th position. Going back on board with VIP, he's only 3/10 behind, but no moves being made just yet, apart from Lewis in 15th on hards, who's absolutely understeering for days, and Resolute Rally might just touch him.
What a move from Resolute Rally.
On fresh mediums, a little bit of a tyre advantage, but nonetheless, fantastic move. Pippo, it looks like, is the man who's holding up this train. I've got a feeling there's going to be a dive bomb into the hairpin. And at VIP, is he going to go down the inside? No! Has he got damage? He goes into the back of the Alpine. And this time it's role reverse. The Alpine gets
shifted. Brownie has got damage. His whole front wing's gone, I think.
I think he's got 2 ego as well behind someone.
Cryptic! He's in the wall as well. He's got no front wing as well.
Okay. So it looks like the midfield runners are struggling quite a bit. Lewis might have no front wing as well. He's got yellow flags for him. We'll check on Lewis's front wing.
Evo Vo has lost his front wing as well.
So it's absolutely kicking off. And I've just seen Arise. Oh, I just missed that. Arise was, I think, trying to go for a move on the VIP. And these two, they love scrapping it out. And I tell you what, if Arise had a better start to the championship, this would have been dramatic. And there's pit stops. And is that because it's a safety car? Or is it because VIP's got damage? And the championship leader is into the pits.
Oh, it's...
Pippo's in the pits as well. It's both Williams. They're double stacking at Williams. They're double stacking. You can't write this stuff. Both Williams are coming into the pits and they're going to absolutely... Well, they're already out of the points. And does VIP have a wing change?
Hold on.
He does.
What just happened between Evil and Cryptic? I swear I just seen Cryptic and Evil...
Which Evil?
Evil Vo and Cryptic get a little bit dirty.
I'm not too sure, but they're just looking at the other Evil. is Mr. Evil Zook, and that is absolutely major. Championship leader is not in the points, and oh my god, what a move from Jim Strav, from absolutely, oh Andy, my bad, it absolute miles back, and now Kevin Kaiser gets overtaken, and they're going to go side by side into Spoon. This is going to be dramatic. Can Kevin Kaiser stick it out? He can't. Arise now, he sees his chance to gain points on the championship leader, and now he's going to try and go for Kevin Kaiser. Kevin Kaiser, he's going to get overtaken, and now it's Andy for P3. Is this going to be a podium down the inside of 130? Oh, can he pull it off? He backs out. That's a little bit interesting. He's surely going to get the move done into turn 1. Jim Strav has overtaken Evil Zook, and at the moment it's all kicking off.
Resolute rally down the inside of Spiel, really clean, a nice move. But Andy, he lost it at Spoon Curve, really lucky not to touch a wall.
There's no DRS enabled, and now Arise is going to lose a little bit of battery. In terms of Evil Zook is being overtaken by Jim Strav, who's on fresh sauce. O-Steam's doing a brilliant job on those hards to stay P5. Really, really well done to O-Steven. Any other overtakes being made? I don't think so. Arise is right on the back of Kevin Kaiser, and he has to get past. And what a move if he can stick this. He dives it down the inside into the S's, and now Kevin Casey's absolutely parking on the on the apex. This is reminiscent of Sergio Perez
again
in the last sector in Abu Dhabi. But I think he said
Andy spun.
Is that Andy? Oh, yeah, it is. Andy. And look at the gap though from Andy to P11. He's got a massive gap, as Arise still hasn't got past Kevin Case. I think Andy spun again, and Andy's. Has he just rage quit there? That would be a shame if he has. No, he's actually, I think, gone spearing into the wall. But that could be another safety car. Hopefully it isn't. Pain for... Oh, Kevin Case just spins. And just as I was hoping for an overtake between him and Arise, Arise is up to P3. Jim Strav on the back of O-Steven. This should be an easy move, shouldn't it?
Yeah, Steven on hards. Jim Strav on softs. My mind just went blank there for a second.
Yeah.
But yeah, Resolute Rally could get involved in this as well.
Could be 3 wide, but Resolute Rally doesn't have enough ERS. As for Jim Strav, he's closing. Does he go down the inside? Jim Strav is a very fast driver, but he's a very clever one as well, and he does think better of it. Resolute Rally, he's pushing that car to its absolute max. Great to see. Really pushing hard behind Jim Strav. It looks like he's got bags of pace.
I think you've put word of confidence in him for Aston Martin. Where were they in the constructors?
Last. Volvo's retired. Yeah, safety car.
Put a bit of confidence in the only Aston Martin driver in this race, Resolute Rally. He's up to 6th on a podium.
Do they jump AlphaTauri in the constructors at the moment? They do, as AlphaTauri have both DNF'd. No, so that's 8 points. No, to not come last in the constructors, Aston Martin needs a podium at least. With Resolute Rally, a podium at least. So that'll be interesting to see if Resolute Rally can get it. It'll be quite a tough ask, but with a safety car, which was I think the sigh from you, it'll be interesting to see if the Monet goes to the softs. Would you do it? Play the aggressive game and go softs, or would you? Well, you can't go hard. It's not really possible.
Well, yeah, but I don't know what game. I think he's pit. He'll go on the softs too. I don't know if he can make them to the end, but he'll try. He's got really nothing to lose.
Steven pits, and he's going to be behind his teammate, but I think a double stack is a little bit better on this game. See if Steven on those softs. I think Steven has a good chance here. If he goes for softs, is he going for mediums? He's going for mediums, so that's interesting. The double stack isn't too bad on this game, as you can see. Steven didn't lose too much time. How is everyone going to file out? Sepspel, he's in P4. Evil Zook, he's in P3. So, who can go to the end? Would you say Energy can go to the end, Jack? Probably not.
Where is Energy?
First.
Oh, is that the first?
He don't know. Probably not.
No, I don't think he can. But
Arise can. Zook can.
The other three are Arise, Evil Zook, and Spiel. definitely can make it to the end.
Can Demoniac? Probably not. Oh, Steven can. Jimstrav probably not. Resolute can. Pippo probably definitely not with those worn softs. And VIP, how lucky has he got to be gained 36 seconds on the rest of the pack? Very lucky, but I'm not sure how unlucky his damage was. But Arise will be a little bit disappointed, but you know, you can only do so much. Arise in a championship, he dropped he dropped a lot of points to VIP in the last race, but apart from that, he's been getting the better of VIP in quite a few of the races. So a good result here would really help him in chasing down VIP. He is quite a way behind though in the driver's standings. He is 63 points behind. But we've seen it being done before, just like in F2 last season with T-Hawk and Mr. Matcher.
Yeah. I don't know if you... Oh, Jesus Christ.
Alcohol does many things, kids. Oh no. Oh no. Has F3 stream gone?
Are they done? No, it's only 8 o'clock.
It's automatically taken me to another stream. I'm not sure whether F3 are streaming or not. It doesn't. It looks like it's ended, so I haven't checked my Discord, and I'm not sure. I will, but I don't imagine. I can probably imagine a reason. Oh no. There's another stream. Oh no, there isn't. Looks like Parrots tried again and it hasn't worked. What lap were F3 on? F3 were on lap 14, so I think Parrots, the stream's just ended as we checked.
Max, super, max.
But,
anyway.
Who's winning F3, you might ask? I think Charlie's DNF. Charlie's luck has been pretty poor in league racing and in F3. Arno's winning, of course. He's got bags of pace. And, yeah. 14 runners, we've got 13 runners. Interesting to see how Lewis is still in a race somehow, after having just about as many incidents as he can. But, how are your incidents coming?
My what?
How are your incidents coming good? Incidents? Did I say Oh, I read your prediction, sorry. You went Jim Strav, Pippo.
I went Lewis for the win.
You can't go for Andy as well. So you've got to replace Andy with someone now.
Oh yes. Did I replace? I thought I said Jim Strav.
Yeah, you Jim Strav, Pippo, and Andy, but then Andy DNF'd. So.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say Resolute Rally then.
Yeah, fair enough. He's got decent amounts of pay. Just seen Lewis has got 18 seconds worth of penalties. My question is how?
It's Lewis. We don't know anymore.
Well, we won't know. It's only Lewis. You can magically get 18 seconds worth of penalties. There's a tyre in the middle of the road, which Energy's just gone ghosts right into. So it looks like someone's had an incident down after 130R, and clearly the tyre's been spatter. Just seen illicit Brownie. Maybe he caused the safety car. Or was it Evilvo? Maybe it was both. Who knows?
Could be both. We don't know. Pippo's in the pits. He's going to go to their mediums.
Yeah, I don't think that's an awful decision given he's on old softs. And also pitting this late means obviously he will get very fresh tyres, but they're not the freshest tyres because they're already 2 laps old. So that's not the best. They will do. They'll get to the end just about. Well, I say just about, pretty easily. So, I think Steven might have a decent chance of a podium here, given Energy won't be able to make it to the end, and I think Sepspelt might get overtaken.
Yeah, perhaps. The alcohol's kicked in.
But you know what, having a drunk commentator is better than having no commentator. So I'm just pleased you're here. But Demoniac as well. He's on soft.
I've only had a little bit of alcohol.
Have a bit of water, and you'll
No.
be just fine. Fair enough then. But then you are drunk. But it is Demoniac who can have a decent chance of getting into the podium spots with those softer tyres. We know he's got a lot of pace. I'm sure he's going to overtake Seb. That should be a simple overtake. Evil Zoot will be quite difficult with him being on older tyres. But obviously, as we've seen with Japan, it's quite tough to make overtakes on this track. So, Evil Zoot could be on a podium for the second successive race. Could be an interesting... I think that would be, well, definitely his first time in FRL getting 2 podiums, consecutive podiums, but safety car should be in this lap, shouldn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna predict who's gonna crash.
Crash next, or just in general?
In general.
Who is
Actually, next.
I think Lewis will crash next. In terms of DNF, yeah. As the Volvo's left. Yeah, but that's because he's out.
I think... Why has the safety car not came in yet? Oh, it has.
Because energy's
As
gone.
we're gone.
You gotta say it fast, as there's gonna be overtake soon, but as he said, how's a VIP? How does he do this? He's already alongside Resolute Rally. I don't think he likes Resolute Rally too much with his driving at times and his Wi-Fi in the first stages, but Resolute Rally is a fast driver and he stays ahead. Sepspel, he's already overtaken by Demoniac, and that's obviously because he's on the harder tyres. Demoniac is on a softer tyre, and now Demoniac can get chasing after the 2 FRL boys ahead of him, and then you got Energy, who should be an easy pass on his fellow Frenchman, but
I think I think that
no rush. Oh, yeah, it might be a bit of a rush. Demoniac's trying to go round the outside of Evil Zoot. You can split it out whenever you like, but Demoniac is round the outside.
I just did. Hopefully the stream didn't catch that.
But it is Demoniac now. Zoot, fair enough. Well, we'll see if Zoot gets jinxed. He's already been jinxed. He's down to P4, but Demoniac has now got past, and he's going to be going after Arise. See if he can close him down. I think Arise is the better raw pace. Sepp has actually got a penalty, so Iwazuki just got to try and overtake Energy. We've still got 11 laps left, so a lot of time for me and Jack to commentate. As Iwazuki's already been passed by Sepp, which is... I feel like it's really poor from Iwazuki, as obviously he's going to get held up. And Resolute Rally, he's making just as many moves as VIP. I think he's trying to copy what Jimstrav's doing and VIP's doing with all the overtakes. And are they going to go side by side into turn 1, are they? No, they're not. But Resolute Rally, he's up to P7, soon to be P6. I feel like Iwazuki, he might have been, he might get held up here as Kevin Kaser and Lewis. I think they've come together. Safety car.
Probably.
How does that make sense?
Come on! This game is just being stupid now.
A full front wing lost for Kevin Kaser, and we get a safety car. Well, one thing's for certain, Energy's going to pit. If he doesn't pit, he's a nutter. But it works nicely in his favour. So is Sepp. Sepp should definitely pit. Is that a 3-second penalty or a 5? Hopefully for his sake, a 5. No, it's a 3. So that's going to be poor from him. Anyone else who you would expect to pit? Maybe Evil Zook? Or do you think he's going to maintain track position?
Everyone.
Do you know what? I think Evil Zook should stay out, because if Energy and Sepp pit, he'll be able to move up into third.
I'll tell you who should stay out, right? Steven, Resolute Rally, Pippo and Lewis.
Steven, Resolute Rally, Pippo and Lewis. Oh, and Jim Straven and Demoniac. Oh, actually, you make a good point, because I don't think the soft runners can get to the end either. So, a good point made by you. Do they take it? You know what? They are. And Demoniac is going to inherit the lead here. Demoniac, the Ferrari man, is in lead of the Japanese Grand Prix. Evil Zook is in second place. Not too bad for Evil Zook. And it's a Ferrari 1-3. So Ferrari looking very strong. However, you've got Resolute Rally, Jimstrav and Pippo, who are going to be clipping at your heels in 4th, 5th and 6th. And I can't say Lewis is very scary with how many penalties has he got? 18 seconds worth of penalty. So how has he done that? Is that 3 5-second penalties, right? I think so. Oh, he gets all kinds out of shape. Wow.
I guess you could say Lewis at the moment is like a tiger with its claws and teeth removed.
Did he have teeth in the first place? In all respects to this tiger. But
do tigers have teeth in the first? Think of that question for a second.
Oh, sorry. Does this tiger have teeth in the first
No, because it's Lewis, for God's sake.
It is Lewis, but his teammate will definitely have teeth. He is right behind Lewis. And I tell you
what,
the
amount of times Lewis has kicked himself in the teeth, I'm surprised he even has teeth.
He shot himself in the foot, is I think the saying you're trying to go for. But Lewis is... I think he's going to hold up. Oh my, has he really hit Pippo? I've got a feeling he's hit Pippo. If he hasn't...
Thing, right?
No, he hasn't. Lucky Pippo.
You said kicking at the teeth earlier.
Did I?
Yeah, you said kicking the teeth during
Probably did. Yeah. Fair enough. I'll take your point. Given cases, we'll wait for him to get on the back of the pack. And we have got 8 laps remaining, or 9 laps remaining, because you have to include this one, of course. So, when a safety car comes in, it'll probably be 8 laps remaining. And at the moment, Ferrari looking good for a good amount of points. Williams, not so good for amount of points. I just realised VIP's down to 11th, but he's on fresh softs. And his one of his rivals is
podium.
Resolute gets a podium. Do you know what? There's a lot... That's definitely possible. But then again, I think a lot of things are possible. I think VIP could get a podium. I think Arise could get a podium. I think Energy could get a podium. I think Resolute could get a podium, and obviously the top 3 can easily get a podium. And Jimstrav, yeah, probably not. But in all respects to Jimstrav, I don't think those soft tyres, they might last, but I don't think they're gonna make him very quick towards the end of the race. His pace will probably drop off. I'll check the F4 comments though, and if the F3 streams up, but
alcohol.
But
any comments?
Illicit Brownie saying Evolvo spun out, crashed into the barrier and came across track and wiped me out. Well, if he crashed into the barrier and DNF'd, I don't think you're in control of the car. If that's what he means in a rude way to Evolvo. But Neil saying Energy is going for the Hamilton strategy. Energy was going for the Hamilton strategy until we pitted. Charlie, I think, has DNF'd, so he's got involved in an incident.
Oh,
I'm not looking at the chat, but I'll check F3. Has F3 got a stream? I don't think it has, which is a shame for any F3 drivers.
Is Charlie in the comments?
Yeah, he is.
Hi, Charles.
Oh, very sweet. Charlie. He's not the best of races, so I don't think he's going to appreciate it. But you know,
hates being called Charles. I just call him Charles Leclerc, though.
I'm not sure how can you make your name Jackanaya or something to make yours name longer. But anyway, that's off the topic. Demoniac is going to lead us off for the safety car, and it is going to be coming in at this lap. So who's going to win this race? Put it in the comments if you want to. We usually get no predictions, but that is absolutely fine. Demoniac, I think, is got a good chance of bringing it home, and he's the championship contender against VIP GTA Gamer, who's scoring no points. When is Demoniac going to go? It's a little bit stuttered, and he eventually goes. So that stuttered restart means, oh, Steven has got a run on Evil Zoo. Is he going to go down the inside? This could be absolutely massive. Oh, Steven down the inside. He can't pull it off. Oh my goodness, Evil Zoo goes wide, and they touch, and oh, Evil Zoo loses the position, and he's going to lose 2. And oh my goodness, oh, Steven, he's gone for a Ferrari 1-2, and it's paid off just perfectly.
Yeah, what a move from Stephen. Of course, that helping Resolute Rally, but Resolute Rally can make a move on Stephen as well here.
It's so
Getting really
close.
close.
The Aston Martin's always pushing him along, and he's I thought for a second he was going to make a move into the second Degner and then into the hairpin. I think Resolute Rally's going to send it. Is it inside or outside? He's going to send it. Oh no, he almost does. As VIP hasn't, he's only made up one position. Energy is fighting with Pippo, who's fighting with Jimstrav, who's fighting with Evil Zook. It's all kicking off. Evil Zook has got no pace, it seems, as they're going almost 3 wide into Spoon, and out of nowhere comes a Rise. Lewis has left the session. A Rise has got a penalty now, so this is absolutely turning into almost a derby race. Jimstrav, is he going to go down the inside of Pippo? He's going to have a good run into the Castro Triangle. So is Resolute Rally. Resolute Rally for P2. It's going to be round the outside. Can he pull it off? Oh, he thinks about it, but Resolute Rally's going to get the better exit. He might have got a warning there for cutting the last corner, and he's not going to get any DRS here, so I don't think he's going to make the move. Energy on the back of Jimstrav. I think Jimstrav lost a few positions, but Pippo has got ahead of Evil Zook, so Evil Zook is struggling on those older tyres, and you can understand why. Maybe he should have pitted for a pair of softs. Energy as well, he's up into P6, but this race is kicking off, but surely Resolute Rally's going to make the move on O'Stephen.
Yeah, surely. I think Stephen's tyre is starting to wear out now, and Stephen looks really slow for this bit.
But he's trying to hold up his for his teammates, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's got to be careful, Resolute Rally, to not push O'Stephen into the gravel, otherwise O'Stephen will be fuming. But O'Stephen's doing a great job. He gets the traction off the corners. Resolute Rally breaks very late for a second. I thought he was going to do a Lewis. And that green and pink Aston Martin's looking threatening, and he's going to look threatening again. He's using all his ERS. O'Stephen using virtually none. A Rise is up to P6. Iwazuka is dropping like a feather, if that's possible. But
dropping like a stone in water.
Dropping like a stone in water. See it in my own quote. But Resolute Rally into 130i is going to apply the overtake. O'Stephen's going to apply his overtake. And O'Stephen, he's staying ahead. But Resolute Rally knows 130r. The slipstream you get is extraordinary. And how is he going to go down the inside? Oh, no, he doesn't. He thinks better of it. But these two are battling tooth and nail. Demoniac, if there isn't a safety car, he surely wrap this up.
Yeah, surely. But
or there could well be yellow flags. Wait, is that VIP? Sorry to buy, and that's VIP. VIP, has he got damage? He doesn't, but that's awful for the championship leader.
The thing is with Demon, his tyres could go off at the end. So I think this is why Stephen's holding them up now, in case...
Oh, I see, a Stephen train, yeah.
Yeah. In case Demon's tyres could go off at the end.
I thought that would be a safety car.
Oh, Resolute Rally's crashed.
Is that damage? Has he got damage though?
He's got lots of damage.
Oh, safety car! That's such a shame for Demoniac. Oh, Demoniac will be saying "sacre bleu" in French. It is absolutely awful for the Frenchman. He had a 4-second gap to O'Stephen. It looked like a Ferrari 1-2 was sealed. And now, O'Stephen and Demoniac, they have to stay out. If they don't stay out, they're idiots. I mean, maybe this will help O'Stephen, because you're going to have like 2 laps on the safety car, so maybe you're going to have 2 or 3 laps to defend from energy. So it's not the worst scenario, but it could have been definitely the win for Demoniac if there was no safety car.
Yeah, I agree. Pippo's likely out of the session. Lewis has as well, I think. He's out of the session.
Well, Pippo's in 4th.
Pippo is in 4th, so it's a lot more...
He's going to pit. His AI is going to pit, probably, because AI make fantastic decisions, as we know. Oh no, he does. Of course he does. And Sepspelt's retired, so... Oh, he's just crashed. How has he done that? I do not know. 11 drivers at the moment in this race. You wouldn't expect many for F4. Or any race in general was quite tough. But VIP, once again, he gets away with a mistake, and he's in P8. It's going to be... Well, there's 4 laps of racing at the moment. And we're probably going to have another extra lap. So there's probably going to be 3 laps of racing, I'd say.
Yeah.
So not on 24, but 20. Ooh, maybe 2. I'm not sure. I don't know how you work it out, but 2 or 3, 2 or 3. Now, how's your predictions doing at the moment?
Well, Jim's drops out.
Your predictions gone pretty poorly. Mine has gone badly as well. VIP's not winning.
Pippo's lagged out.
Oh, Demoniac did.
None.
Do you know what? 2 people are on my podium. Demoniac, I just remembered, was my other prediction for second, and Energy is also on the podium for me. So, if it's not too bad. Things could be worse.
I almost fell off my chair.
I was wondering what that noise was. But Resolute Rally, he has caught up onto the back of another driver, just the wrong driver.
Right. Vincenzo's gonna win.
I don't think that's a likely scenario, to be honest, but each to their own. I'm going to go for a lovely graphic I quite like here and show just the names. So you can see that, ignore all the tyres. I would try to ignore the penalties. Arise is in 4th. And what tyres is he on? Take back what I said, I'd be interested to know the tyres. He's on soft.
He's on soft.
So Arise is going to be a danger man, isn't he?
Yeah, Well, anyway.
I think he will. I think he will at least. I believe in Arise. Whether you do or not, I think Arise will be slightly disappointed. But oh, Cryptic's still in a race. I thought he was doing that DNF a while ago. But the 2 Red Bulls doing all right.
Demoniac. The problem with him is he's on 10 lap softs, right? They've probably worn out and they're not in the best condition. Same with Stevens, but Zook's on 16 laps mediums. He's not gonna really do well.
That is crazy. Yeah, he pitted lap 9. That feels like a whole. He's probably a whole hour. No, whole 45-30 minutes ago. Wow.
But yeah, the people behind it, not including Zook or Lewis or Peppo, because they're all not in contention for really many points. Not to sound rude or anything, it's just,
Yeah.
But yeah, I reckon Resolute Rally, if he does a Daniel Kvyat in Imola kind of thing, he can make a lot of positions.
I mean, it is possible to overtake around Japan, obviously, but and these drivers are obviously not the best. I mean, I always say this, but you've got some really, really fast drivers like Arise and VIP who are probably not F4 pace, but then again, this is the lowest tier, so obviously you're going to have a massive field spread, as you've got the very worst drivers. No offense to any of them. And then you got the very best drivers. And I think we're going to have 2 laps of racing. And if we don't, we can have a 1-lap shootout just like we did on Sunday. Which, we know how that ends. It would probably be a rise out on top. He has got a penalty, so I'm not sure. No, we do have 2 laps of racing. So, a lot of comments coming flooding in. Whether it's someone spamming, no, it's Lewis saying Dutch stuff. But it is Demonic at the moment.
And it's me saying alcohol.
It is.
Yeah, Demonic.
Is it going to be a Ferrari 1-2? I really hope it is, because I think they deserve it. Ferrari, they've had it tough. Has Steven got a good restart? Oh no, it's not great. So now Energy is going to be right on the back of him. Oh, and Steven, he's got to defend for his whole life here for these 2 laps. Try and secure a podium for Ferrari. Bring it home, Forza Ferrari, and all that good stuff. But you've got 2 fast drivers. Oh no, Steven. Oh, and he almost gets cut off by Energy, and now Energy is going to be chasing after his French counterpart. And oh, Steven, oh, those tyres are not working. Oh, Steven. Now Evil Zook might even get P4. No, he might even get a podium, Evil Zook. So he's still on for Evil Zook. So if he can get past Oh, Steven, a podium is there because Arise has a penalty. Oh, Steven can still get on a podium because he has a penalty. All of these drivers can improve a lot if Energy crashes, but Energy can improve, obviously, if he overtakes Demoniac. And VIP, the championship leader, as I think I've said that too many times to count, he makes an aggressive but firm pass for P7, and our Kevin Kaiser is going to be under pressure for Resolute Rally. Resolute Rally is going to dive it down the inside. Good move from Resolute Rally. Can he keep it on the track? Just about. Kevin Kaiser can't though, but whether he got pushed off, we'll have to see. Oh, Steven though, he's going to have to defend from Evil Zoo. For P4, this is going to be really tight. Oh, Steven, I think, has used so much of the battery. And I don't know why Evil Zook lifted off, because now he's under pressure from Cryptic. Oh, Cryptic hits Steven. And it's all kicking. Oh, Steven. Oh, sorry. Evil Zook hits Cryptic, and it's all kicking off here. And Arise as well. He's on the back of Energy. So, I don't think any of these guys are going to get a rise at this rate, are they? With a Rise's penalty.
I don't think so. Let's see.
Steven, got to keep within that gap.
Oh, VP. Oh my god. VIP, what a drift going through the first corners. I'm not even joking, that was a really nice drift. He got spun round from Resolute Rally, I think.
Was that Evil Zook? Was that Evil Zook? Or because Evil Zook, he's all of a sudden P7. Has he got a punk? No, he doesn't. But he's really struggling. Resolute Rally. Oh, and Cryptic. This could be tight. Oh, what a move from Resolute Rally. He has got a penalty. Can he keep it? No, he can't. He can't
that was dangerous.
Oh, they're 3 wide into Degner 2. Evil Zook goes round. Oh, Resolute Rally's gone round.
I'm sorry. That was dangerous from Cryptic. He just forced Resolute Rally off there. I'm sorry, that's unexpectable. That's unacceptable.
It's crazy now because Cryptic... VIP went from P8 to now it's going to be P5 because of Cryptic's penalty. So Demoniac's not going to be gaining as many points as he would have liked. But it's definitely going to be a Frenchman winning. In what order, we do not know. Demoniac coming through the last into the Casio triangle. I think it's going to be a Ferrari out on top. It's not going to be a double podium for Ferrari, but at least it's going to be one of their Ferrari men in scarlet colour is going to be finishing on the top set. Demoniac wins again. What a win from Demoniac. Energy second. Arises in third. Does O'Steven get a podium? Not close enough.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but that was really dangerous driving.
Oh, what a bottle. No offence to Kevin Kaiser, but Lewis has got a point out of all of that with this AI car.
No, he's not. He got a 5-second time penalty.
No. He did. Oh, well, that's a kick in the teeth for Lewis.
But I'm sorry, that was dangerous driving from Cryptic.
Well, when he pushed him onto the grass, or when he pushed him out onto the gravel?
Both.
I think that the grass isn't too much of a big deal because they didn't crash.
No, but it's still, you should leave room.
Especially with dirty tyres into the first Degner, but yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter whether it's grass, gravel, or anything. It's really dangerous, and yeah.
They both could have been out, to be honest, yeah.
It's unacceptable from Cryptic.
Well, on a bright side, his teammate gets on a podium, and it is Demoniac. I keep saying he's a Frenchman. He speaks French. He's from Belgium. I need to get it right. But Demoniac, he wins. And his last win, it was back in Bahrain. So this is brilliant for Demoniac. He wins for the first time in... this is the 18th round, so 17 rounds. So well done to Demoniac if that's why you're clapping. Maybe you need some... life into your hands because this has been a pretty exhausting race, but a very good one nonetheless. Energy gets fastest lap, so he gets 19 points for himself, so very good from Energy. Arise gets a podium, so he does gain points on VIP, only 5, so not loads. O'Steven will be kind of happy with 4th. He just made too many mistakes to lose the position to Arise. If he held him up in that first sector, Arise maybe would have got 4th and O'Steven got a podium. But I'm not sure what's the situation with F3, but I'm happy for you to stay for F4. interviews. If you want, you can head out if you want, obviously. But I will
yeah,
definitely join the interviews.
yeah. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna join. But good racing today, guys. Just really unfortunate for all the safety cars and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
good racing nonetheless, guys.
Nice to have you as well back in the commentary box. Been a while since you commentated along me, and also I would have been very lonely in this commentary box. So thank you, Jack. Even though I see you were drunk, but it's fine. It is fine. But we will see you hopefully again. Whether it's F4, F3, F2, F1, maybe even tomorrow. For commentary again, and I will say bye as we are now here for the interviews, and I mean, there's not much point in waiting for Demona because I expect Mr. Evil Zook to be making some.
After that, what the?
Yes, so maybe you're not Evil Zook's not in the best of moods, but I'll try and use a Google Translate to give some questions to Mr. Demonia. But I will have to see who finished where and see who's in a party. So bear with me, bear with me. I believe it is VIP GTA Gamer, but Demonet's joined. So do you know what? We'll start with the Belgian, where we don't usually start. So is gonna have to bear with me. Is Demonet there?
Hello, bonjour à tout le monde.
Comment ça va?
Ça va bien, ça va très bien.
So so just bear with me. So, comment était votre course?
La qualification, pas facile. Haute lap raté. La remontée, ça a été. Belle course, content. Nice, good.
Good, yeah, nice. Votre première victoire en 17 races?
Bahreïn et Japon. Ouais, deux victoires ici.
Obviously, Ferrari a remporté la course.
Ah, Ferrari, belle position pour la course. P2, P4, P2, je sais plus. P1, c'est bien. Belle course. Ferrari, good.
Good.
Good point. Ouais.
And lastly, comment allez-vous faire aux États Unis? USA.
Oh, pas facile, non. La piste ne me convient pas. Je ne sais pas rouler sur les États-Unis. Donc, je ne ferai pas un bad résultat. Bad. Pour moi. Pour me.
Oui. And bravo et bonsoir.
Merci beaucoup. Bonne soirée à vous aussi.
Bossy. And well done to Di Maria. We'll move on to the next driver, who is at a party. You're gonna have to bear with me. I'll have a check. I believe it is Mr. VIP GTA Gamer, unless I'm mistaken. It could be. I think it is VIP. So is VIP GTA Gamer there?
Yes.
Well, how your fortunes turned sadly from qualifying, where it was absolutely dominant from you, to a disappointing race. You did get 10 points, but first of all, definitely speak us through that medium lap. I mean, could you have gone much faster? Because it looked like probably the best lap we've seen in FRL, F4 this whole season in qualifying.
Yeah, it was an amazing lap. I did make a mistake in the second sector, so I could have improved there as well. But yeah, it was an amazing lap. That I decided to go on the softs because I was already thinking of the safety cars there were coming, so the mediums weren't the best idea if you think about it. So yeah, so I tried the softs and I tried to pull away from Arise, and I was the fastest. So yeah, and then I braked too late and I bumped into, I think it was energy, so I got damage, and then it was a double stack with Pippo as well. Yeah, it was just a shit race. So
Yeah, I mean, it definitely, with your high standards, it could have been better. But I mean, you keep within your top 5 record, so you still got that top 5 record in every single race intact. But we also saw, it might have been after the last safety car restart, you go for a spin, or after one of the safety car restarts, in a Casio triangle. So were you just in the race? Was your setup not really good enough for the race, maybe more qualifying based? Because it looked like maybe you weren't completely pushing or comfortable with the setup.
yeah, I got spun around by Jim Struff
Ah,
in
okay.
the last couple of corners. I don't know what he was doing, but he was trying to overtake me back, and all of a sudden he bumped into the back of me, and I got spun around. So yeah, it ruined my race a lot more because I was doing a little comeback. So yeah, he's one of the guys who ruined my race, and Quiven Kesa almost bumped me into the wall. So yeah, it was really shit today.
Do you think maybe, just last question on obviously Japan, we know track position is key. Do you think you underestimated that, as drivers like O'Stephen, who stayed out under the last safety car, and the one before that, they got track position and they got involved in less incidents where you obviously pitted for those softs? Do you think maybe in staying out or doing slightly different stuff with the pit stops, you would have been able to kind of not be in the way of the likes of Jim Strav and Kevin Kaiser?
Maybe, but yeah, my tires would have been really old. So, and Arise would have been behind me on newer softs. So I think it would be, maybe I would have finished higher. But yeah, it's all I don't know how to say that in
If
English,
buts,
but
maybes, yeah.
yeah, it's all said after the race, so it doesn't really matter now. So yeah,
Yeah.
just forget this weekend and move on.
Yeah, of course. You still have a sizable gap over Demaric. I think it was 32 points before, and now it will come down to 17. So going to USA, gap slightly closing between you and Dumariak. You took the win in Singapore. He took the win in obviously today in Japan. Do you think you can take another win back in USA and return the favour?
Of course.
I love the
I have,
confidence, but yeah. Do you like the
yeah,
track?
I like it. Yeah. Yeah, I like the track. So it's a bit of a circuit who robbed it from other circuits, but yeah, it's a fun circuit. So I think I have the confidence to win. So if I don't get run off the track again, I should win. So.
Yeah, best of luck with that. You're going for your 4th win, so quite impressive stuff. And I think I'll count your podiums. It's been 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it'll be your 11th podium if you could get it in USA. So quite a few records I'm sure you're breaking there for. So great to see. Best of luck in or obviously condolences with not getting a successive podium, but I'm sure you'll return quite well in USA. So enjoy your evening.
Thanks, mate.
No worries. As I think we have Is Energy in the party. Oh, I'll check if I muted him. Otherwise, he might not be available. Is Energy? Energy's in the party. If you're there, you can say something. But otherwise, I think we'll have to move on to. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't think, yeah, I don't think Energy wants to speak, but we'll go with Evil Zook. So, Evil Zook, you there? Do I have Evil Zook muted or? Oh yeah, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Me and everyone else. Me and everyone else first.
So,
Kiro, explique ta course. Comment
it's
ça
fine,
s'est
it's
passé?
fine, it's fine, it's fine.
Alright, let's do it.
We'll go with Evil Zook, who's in PA to finish PA. I mean, once again, just like VRP, mixed fortunes from you, Evil Zook, obviously, qualifying P3. One of your best laps in terms of this season in qualifying, I'm sure. And then it was looking really good for parts of the race, but just towards the end, obviously, with those tyres and strategy, it maybe didn't work out as you would have hoped for. So, first of all, speak us through your qualifying.
I was good. I could have gone. I wish I could have gone back out, but I didn't have enough time. I know where the time was, and yeah, I'm happy with qualifying pace. Thankfully, at least I'm not getting screwed over there.
Well, obviously, you for many parts cars. Would you say the safety cars helped you or hindered you?
Helped me because I was able to save the mediums a lot. I think at the end I was only only about P. I don't know. Sorry, I don't know what I'm on about. I was about 20% on lap 24. And I just all that just goes to nothing. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, we know obviously soft medium's quite tough, so the tyres were wearing out. So, do you think with the last few safety cars you would have done anything differently to change the result, or are you happy with your pit decision?
I'm happy with my decision. I know I would have been up there if what happened didn't happen. I'm happy with my result. No, I'm happy with the strategy, disappointed with the result. Because I know it's very hard to overtake around Japan, especially through the S's and all that. Such a very technical track and all that. So it's very, very tough to overtake.
It is, and I see we saw that, but I guess it's just one of those to forget. Obviously, you still managed to score points, so you get 2 successive point finishes. But I'm sure you want to move on to USA as soon as possible. Do you do well in USA? I don't know, like most of your races last season, apart from Hungary. I don't remember how well you did in F2. So, do you want to talk us through your history, if you did the race last season?
I just want to ask quickly, did you catch what happened on the last lap? And why I fell down to P8, or what?
Oh, you got spun out Degner 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've already reported it, because I don't know what the hell Rally and Cryptic were doing. I'm sorry about my language here, but that was utterly ridiculous. They go off the track, damage, fighting, with penalties, and then they take me with them because I go for the move up because I'm getting held up. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, we called...
I think
it was, you getting half spun around, but as I said, obviously, it's nice to get out your system, as I'm sure you just want to move on to USA. And yeah, as I said, how is your record around USA? Do you go well there, or is it one of those where
I'm having a look.
It's where your poor races?
Well, I'm gonna have a quick look to see where I was last season.
Do you like the track?
I like it. I'm good at not getting penalties nowadays, so that could be a very key factor. Just looking in America, I got 14th last time in F2.
Okay, so it's not too bad considering the F2 grid. Depending how many finished, of course, though. So
16.
Okay, it's not awful, but I mean, I definitely know you'll be wanting to do better now. It's F4. So what's your aim? As last question, what's your aim for next week?
Podium. I'm never leaving.
I definitely think you deserve one, especially after today.
I want that podium, and I mean, fair play to Stephen. He was absolutely amazing. Overtaking me now in the championship. We've had a good battle, and I mean, I'll keep the run going in the constructors. Hopefully, I may get a few more positions on penalties. Depends on what the steward's verdict about that incident. I doubt I'll get anything because I was 5 seconds behind anyway, but behind Cryptic.
We'll
but
see, yeah. Well,
so
anyway,
frustrating.
yeah, massive condolences, obviously, to not get that podium, which was so
That's-
close to you. But obviously, best of luck in USA around Kota, where I'm sure we're all hoping you to get right back on that podium like you did in Singapore. So good luck, and we'll see you next week.
Good luck tomorrow, and you better be closing the gap to David.
Oh, no chance. That's the thing. F2,
Yes,
I'm sure, will
chance.
be racked on. We'll see. But less said about that, the better, and we'll move on to. I don't think Energy's here, but if Energy's here, you can just shout whenever. But looking, I think Resolute. No, Kevin Kaser. It is. So Kevin Kaser picking up 2 points if he's here. If Kevin. Oh yeah, you are. So do you want to speak us through your race in general? You qualified 16th, and you managed to just about claim 2 points for McLaren. So it could have been a lot worse. And obviously, in terms of the standings, you at the moment have 10 points, so it keeps the more points running. So do you want to talk us through your race? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and finish the race you did, and you make you overtake Imposter, who I don't think was racing today. So you make a movement up in the championship, and you get 2 more points. So that's your 3rd points finish in FRL. So, and after 2 DNFs and successive races, it helps quite a bit since obviously Portugal when he last got points. But do you think you could have done better? I mean, what was the aim coming in today? Do you think you were hoping for a bit more, or are you happy? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, definitely you have the momentum with getting points. And do you think into USA you'll be able to get your second successive points finish? And generally, do you like USA, the track? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good to hear. USA with the time penalties can definitely be a long one, so I hope you keep it to a minimum, and best luck to get some more points next week. And well done, obviously, for P9. No worries, as I think yes, it is Resolute Rally if he's here in the party. I might have muted him, so I'll have to check, but um bear with me. Yeah, Resolute Rally, are you there? Okay. Well, 1 point for a pretty crazy race from you. You got involved, made a lot of overtakes, made a lot of good battles. So I'm pretty happy you were in a race in terms of all the entertainment you brought. A few drivers, understandably, not too happy with you, but I'm sure you'll be quite happy in terms of your performance. You gave it everything, I'm sure, but a bit disappointed for only 1 point. Mhm. Yeah, I mean, we saw that somewhat on the last lap, Morrissey. I think you were on the gravel, am I right in saying? I mean, in terms of your obviously your overtakes, we saw you making a lot of overtakes. Do you think you kind of proved that Japan, you can overtake around Japan? Hmm. Well, you in the end, you obviously sadly only brought home 1 point. But what do you think the potential was there? Do you think you could have brought home a podium? Hmm. Yeah, I think we saw you spin at one of the left-hander corners called Degner or the Dunlop curve, and obviously that, yeah, it's very tough on the tyres. I can understand it, but in terms of USA, USA has quite a few tough corners as well, but it's a little bit flatter. Should be a little bit easier for you. But how do you find USA? Mm. Mhm. And what would you say if you can get your groove going? What's the potential? Is it another podium? Or yeah. Yeah, definitely. But obviously a shame for you to get 1 point, but and we wish the best of luck for you in USA, where I'm sure you'll definitely get a lot of points in USA, and best of luck and good race, definitely good race. We will see you as well, and I think we might be entering Lewis, but I'll have to check just quickly. Um, it is Lewis, so I'll unmute Mr. Lewis. Is Lewis there? Boy, Mr. Lewis. It is only, well, your AI got you no points, but it was a bit of a chaotic race from you. 23 seconds worth of penalties before your AI took over. You were looking so good for some really solid points, and then what happened? Oh. Hmm. Well, definitely, yeah. I mean, it was definitely fun to watch for you making up so many positions. It definitely looked like there was more potential there than in other races like Britain and France and Italy for you. You really looked like you could have got a good result. Do you think it was just you could have been more patient and you would have brought home a solid amount of points? Because a few people got penalties and there was a lot of incidents. You really could have brought home a lot of points. Mhm. I mean, Jack thought it, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was there for the taking, a podium, because obviously the strategy with a lot of people would have put you in that kind of position, because you were, I think, slightly behind O'Stephen, or maybe even ahead of O'Stephen. I can't quite remember, but definitely potential was there. Do you think in USA, if you can kind of qualify P11 once again, get those maybe fresh softs, whereas other people got older softs, do you think maybe you can make a charge to around P5 and actually stay there, and maybe even push on to get a podium, or do you think that's a step too far? Your beyond your patience. Hmm. It's fairly open though. You do like an open track. Well, yeah. It's well, the first sector is definitely slightly wheel favoured, so it should be good fun for you on your wheel. But then again, there is a lot of places to spin, so I'm not sure how you'll fare. But it'll be very interesting to see how you do. And obviously, best of luck there. And so unlucky. If you could have killed like kept it on track for halfway, maybe you would have got the momentum to get some solid points. But very unlucky with obviously a few incidents, and best of luck next week to maybe get P5 or even better, or even just points in general. So see you next week. Thank you very much. As Evilzoot will probably confirm to me, I don't think there's anyone left in the party, so
No one left.
no one left. Yeah, apart from Mr. Energy, who I don't think he might have his mic off. He was probably shouting to me in French, but he doesn't realise he has his mic off. But either way, it is, of course, Demoniac out on top in F4 around Japan. This might be the first time we've come here for F4. I'm not too sure, but it is a double French-speaking podium with obviously a rise in third, closing in on VIP. Championship gap is definitely coming down, so that will make for an exciting finish. Ferrari gets some solid-ish points to maybe launch a constructors charge, but a lot of drama as usual. But Demoniac is out on top for, since the first time since Bahrain. So we will see you to let it all unfold again in a week's time, and we will see you then.